Hello, Strata. I wasn't sure if it had actually finished going through and updating, but well, here we are. I'm still having a little bit of issue as far as things that I'm fixing about my overlay stuff, and I'm not sure what all is going to need to be fixed. But welcome, everybody, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of, just understanding and learning about me. I've got some personality tests kind of just set up because I thought, well, before we get into any gaming, I was actually curious because we had reviewed a little bit of some of these tests before when playing with some friends of ours. Strasha had recommended I take them, and I just thought it would be fun to share with all of you tonight because why the hell not? This is going to be entertaining. So, with our first one here, we have a Alpha Omega quiz. So, let's just jump right into it. This is the accurate Omegaverse quiz, 100% guarantee. Insert edgy name here. Oh, these are the authors. Never mind. Well, we'll just get started. What's your ideal partner? Uh, Thank you, Strasha. I'll let you know. You'll probably hear if I need something explained. Easily flustered, obedient, protective, motherly, submissive, social, tender, funny, cuddly, assertive, independent. I think I'm a pretty affectionate person, so I think I would probably go with cuddly. I enjoy doing stuff like on my own, but I also, I really prefer like when someone can join me. So, where would you go for a first date? Nighttime hike? Probably not for a first. Clubbing? Also doesn't seem like the right scene. Their house? That one feels a little questionable depending on what the intent is. Picnic date? Sounds great. Bowling, aquarium, zoo, my house, movies and dinner. Mm, I love getting dinner in a movie. But I also understand it's not an ideal set kind of date when you're first trying to get to know someone because you spend half the time not really engaged with them for watching the movie, and you know if the first half doesn't go well, then you're kind of stuck with them for the second. So let's go with I. Hmm, I'm gonna go with like aquarium or zoo because that you can just walk around, you can see things. There's a lot, you don't have to actively engage in. You are doing a Kahoot with a group and your partner. Do you let them win? Um, hmm, Makes them happy. No, I typically try to do my best when it comes to trivia. I absolutely try to. Uh, I mean, idiot, they win anyways. Possibly. Um, I'd kick their ass absolutely if I could. Uh, yeah, I definitely want them to know if there comes a point where like I know way too much versus what they know, then maybe I'll throw some questions, but I don't know if like I don't know how to make someone win. I only know how to partially lose naturally. You'd ask someone you ask someone out on a date. Do you pay? Yeah. If I ask someone out, I have the right to pay. I think that's part of the reason why some people find it difficult to. You know, I think like more women should ask men out on dates, and you know what? Kudos to me. And if he wants to, split the difference or still try to pay for her, good for them. Something to figure out, but that shouldn't be something that deters someone by any means. How do you spend your free time? Reading fan fiction? Nah. Reading, drawing? No, that's not. Oh my god, my brain. Sorry. It's too early to start questioning my reading capabilities. Writing, drawing, anything artistic, really. I don't do writing like I used to. Hands-on activities, woodworking, metalworking. I wish I was good with my hands. Being active, hiking, swimming, sports. I enjoy that. Listening to music is very passive. Do that during like any other time. Spending time with friends. I do greatly enjoy spending time with friends, and I consider a partner to be my best friend. If if I'm spending time with them, then that's a great way to spend free time. When you play open world games, Minecraft, Terraria, Ark, what do you enjoy? Take other people's stuff, pet collecting, flower picking, resource hoarding, PvP, building, mining, exploring, farming. I think I enjoy the building aspect and exploring. I'm not very good at building. I enjoy it, but I'm not great at it. Strasha can attest to that. So I'll say, I want to say mining. Mining because I like to explore, but with a purpose. I want to look like I want to hunt something down. So like, oh, like I want to craft this material, or I want to craft like this armor or weapon. So I want to farm for like, let's go to this location so we can go and get like stuff for that. I enjoy that stuff. Best question ever. What is your favorite color? Naturals. Any color except for neons. Jewel tones. Pastels. Black. Maybe that's color. Neons. Maybe. Warm colors. I'm kind of caught between naturals and warms. I like warms because it's a great variation of color still, but also I do like natural, which warm can still be very natural. So I'll go with that. You find out your friends have a group chat excluding you. What do? Ignore it. People can do whatever they want. Yeah, I don't think it's my business to say anything about it. They're allowed to have their things that they discuss without me. Sometimes it could be I'm sure like there's probably chats where you would exclude certain friends because there were things you needed to discuss maybe. What website do you spend most of your time on? YouTube. I can tell you just whatever anything here. It's gonna be YouTube. I've seen what it's like to go without Wi-Fi. I know what I defaulted to watching. Pick your ideal superpower. Mind control, shapeshifter, super strength, talk to animals, immortality, time manipulation, or healing. I do really. I'm always a sucker for like, oh, let me regen health, please. But time manipulation, you could kind of, depending on the power, like you wouldn't really need to heal if you took care of that. Do you platonically flirt with your friends? It's not platonic anymore. I've been suffering for so long. God help me. I want to. No. Yes. I don't know. This is harder to interpret when the platonically was in quotations here. So, yes, you do. Oh, okay. Star just says yes. Okay. How do you handle stress? Violence, journal, cry my feelings out, abuse others, vent to others, ignore it. It'll go away eventually. I just have to ignore it and it won't matter. This is opposite of what everything I've recommended to a client ever. And I do it regularly. What's your role in a group project? I don't like to be in charge. I do what needs to be done. I try to do more than the bare minimum. I don't like to micromanage people. Yeah, I do what needs to be done. I take care of my part and I don't do much besides that. Cats or dogs? Both. That works. You need to go out late at night or to go to the store. It's pitch black and the street lights are the only source of light. What do you do? No. Yeah. It's just a little dark. I'm someone who sometimes likes putting themselves themselves into harm's way just a little bit. I won't step in front of the car, but you know, if I'm a little close to the curb, that's okay. You're sitting in class and your teacher is being frustrating. How do you handle it? I don't know. Complain to someone else. No, I wouldn't. Don't need the teacher hearing it. Um, and I'll just suck it up and deal with it, really, because that's how I manage. Favorite emoticon? Hmm. Hmm. No, they don't need a nose. That's not necessary. Probably this one. This feels like the most accurate face that I would make. What country would you move to? No, 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 maybe. No. Mm, probably not. No, because Luna's there. No, because I hear terrible things. No, because I hear terrible things. No, because I hear terrible things. No. No. Maybe. Yes. Because I feel like I could at least, get by on being American, speaking English, and my degree would be worth something. At least I think it would be. I have to hope on that part. But, you know, they struggle with similar problems, and it's a location that I feel relatively safe in. What color is math? Uh, Black. Do you like Andrew Tate? No. What a piece of shit loser. Yes. I will hold firm to that on account that I don't give a shit about him. Math is red. Math is always red. I don't see it that way. I feel like when I consider the color of, school subjects, math is black and white. It is the most black and white subject I think there is. Science has, more unpredictability to it because, there's variations to it. But, literature is colorful and, it has, a lot. You can paint images through words alone. And art is fucking art. But math, that's a black and white subject. You're right or you're wrong. Yes, you can get estimates. Yes, you can get variations. But how you come to them is still pretty black and white. Otherwise, I'd just say it was white. What type of clothing do you wear most often? Where's t-shirts? These all day. Loose fitting, no. Very pastel, no. Slutty as shit on God's green earth. Depends if it's my day off. So, rarely. Misogyny. Whatever I have. And looks good, Avi. Uh, Yeah. It's mostly comfortable. I get by. I at work just by, putting something over what's comfortable. Favorite trope? There's only one bed. Found family. Enemies to lovers. There's your Strata. Bully to lover. Also your Strata. Miscommunication. Strata, there's a lot here. I see why you just enjoy reading this fan fiction. And I know a lot of these because I've read a book. What do you mean? I'm not uncultured. Like I said, there are tropes for these for, straight literature too. Let's see. Andre, comfort, fake thing, hate it. Arrangement, I think, I think this is my red flag right here. I think, and I'm gonna choose that. Although I want to pick this. We're gonna go with this. Which of these fanfics would you read based on the tags? Major character death, angst, hurt no comfort, found family, terminal illness, hurt no or comfort no hurt, sick fic, wing fic, tooth rotting fluff, idiots in love. Graphic depiction of violence, kidnapping, Stockholm syndrome, hurt no comfort, suicidal ideation. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to say that on the internet, am I? Unalive unideation. Strangers to lovers, tattoo, flower shop, AU, mild angst, fluff, no beta, we die like men. I feel like this one would probably be the one that, if I had to pick, because I don't want to just say none. This one would probably be one of the closer one. Because at least it just, I don't know. Something about it seems more like just, it's trying to be an original story, even if it's not. Walking through a public space and see someone beating up an innocent person. It's just you three there at the moment, and the attacker looks to be more muscular than you. What do you do? You know what? Hold on. I know the answer to this. The thing is, I know there's a lot of ways that like people would say like I would do this, and just like that, you don't know that, because I remember what happened, and I will say I wish I had more discretion to almost just turn around. I wish I had had that discretion, but I felt just like a bigger jackass afterwards. What do you do if you're sick and have a prior engagement? A lot of times, like, I'll call it off nowadays just because nowadays when I get sick, sometimes I'm just on my ass, or it feels terrible, or like I will, if it's not bad, I will try to hide it as best as I can. It's just like say like, oh, no, really, I'm okay, I'm fine. Sometimes. Yeah, I will feel guilty though sometimes. Someone is yelling at you for something you didn't do. What do you reply? Wait for them to get done and calmly explain, because you know what? It makes them look like a bigger jackass than you trying to yell back at them. So just keep cool, wait your turn. You're on the internet and somehow manage to get yourself into an internet argument about something you're coming to realize you're clearly wrong about. How do you handle it? Let's see. Delete the original so nobody realized it was you. Live in embarrassment. Yeah, I'd probably do that, because I would just say like, yeah, I was wrong, but nobody else needs to know that right now. What you gonna do? Okay, what's your opinion on Elon Musk? Oh yeah, comedy is now legal on Twitter. Massive loser who... I'm just gonna go with the last one, because like I don't really have a negative or positive like view on him for the most part, because I don't fucking know Elon personally. Why do I? There's a lot of people like I can judge like their opinions on, but Elon is not one that I've followed well enough, and I'm sure if I did more, like I still just would not care, because he's not a person in my scope of life. Your friend comes out to you. How do you respond? Oh, I remember how I responded. Thank you for telling us. Right? LMAO. Okay. Gay? Kind of gay? You know what I mean? Comfortable. Alright, no, dumbass. I went one of these two, where it was a relative of mine, and I just kind of acted like, well, and these are some of my exact words, because I remember it so vividly when they told me. Well, can't say we didn't see this coming. Those were my words. My relative had just come out to me, and those were the first words out of my mouth, saying that we saw it coming. He punched me on the shoulder afterwards. I had that coming. But yeah, I thought in my honest defense, I I thought they were joking at first when they told me, because they loved to mess with me. They were my older cousin, so I thought they were messing with me. I thought they were all the time. So when they told me that in this just like private moment between me and my cousins, I thought they were totally like just jossing on me. uh, we laughed about it afterwards. I think it's still a funny story that we look back on. What is your favorite genre of television books? Television / books. That's what I said. Romance, sci-fi, slice of life, historical fiction, horror, fantasy, action, rom-com. I used to enjoy a bit of romance books. That was when I was very lonely and never had a relationship when I was younger. Sci-fi, I really cared for like the literature very much, but television I enjoy to an extent. Action, fantasy, it's gonna be. I'm just. I'm trying to think. I'm still not lonely. Oh no, Strata. I have chat for that. Thank you very much, though. Let me think. What have I been watching lately to best describe this? Lately, it's been more fantasy slice of life. So I'm gonna go with slice of life because I think it's easier to capture fantasy in a slice of life genre than you see slice of life in a fantasy. If you were stranded on an island and could bring one thing, what would that one thing be? Uh, After book, gun, Swiss Army knife. I guess Swiss Army knife because I feel like, I wouldn't know how to use half the tools on it properly to my survival, but at least I'd feel better having one or a phone. Uh, You stumble upon a dead body laid on the side of the road. A quick glance around tells you you're alone. What do? Call the cops and report it because, it. I'm kind. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Things like that, I gotta report. I haven't found a dead body, thankfully. I almost did. I went looking for one a couple weeks back. That was a time, part of my work. That's not a regular thing. Let me specify that. That's not a regular thing of my work. But it was a part of it that day. Which aesthetic do you vibe with the most? Let's see. Crowcore, Scene Gothic, Void Punk, Glitchcore. I like these two. Cyberpunk, not thinking. Cyberpunk is cool, but I don't find it very. Dark Academia, though. Kawaii, no thank you. Solarpunk, preppy, ew. Y2K-esque. This is not really me. Monochromatic. If I did that, it's just black and white. Really. Minimalism. I do like cottagecore. I can't pull it off because I don't live in a cottage. But I really vibe with this. I love the black aesthetic. I love the punk scene look. I love my like emo bitches. That's really cool to me. I like that. I like that very much. What are you most afraid of? Where's the loneliness? I don't need to read anything else. What time of day do you like the most? Dawn, morning, evening. I am going to say. Actually, what time of day is dusk? I get these like kind of go like one after another, but is dusk is just like after the afternoon, but before the evening? I don't know. I think I'm gonna say dusk, even though I'm not entirely certain. You've just been invited to a potluck. Congratulations. What do you bring? Uh, hmm. I'm someone who prefers to bring a side dish. I make a mean bowl of guacamole, and I've become proud of it. I also used to do a thing called Mystery Pringle Bowl that I very much enjoyed. You've been supplied with a whiteboard and a whiteboard marker. What is the first thing you draw? A penis. No. A person? That's not. It's not a good drawing of a person. This would have been like high school me. Big titty women. Animal slash monster. Random inanimate objects. Yeah, probably a person. I think when I start doodles, it's typically of a person. Text your best friend, partner, group chat right now. I'm serious. Ask them if you're a cat girl or a dog girl. Doesn't matter your gender. I'm 100% serious. This quiz can wait until you get a response. Stracha, am I a cat girl or a dog girl? Golden retriever. Some other animal. Thank you. Which of these images resonates with you the most? No. No. Maybe? Perhaps. No. I'm gonna say this one. This one captures how I think this one captures how I feel a lot on the inside sometimes. There's just a fist waiting in my stomach, waiting to burst out. And then that fist is going to punch someone else in the gut. Alright, 40. Hi, Uwu. Now it's Mikey's turn. Turn to ask a question. Michael Afton from Five Nights at Freddy's. What in God's name am I doing here? Where am I? Oh, come on, Mikey, Mikey. Ask the reader a question. What? Why? Back off, Mike. Author Chan is mine. Jeff the Killer. Grr, Author Chan is clearly a pasta like me. Guys, it's like we're back in 2015. I like waffles, hee hee. Who the fuck texted like this in 2015? Author Chan, don't mind them, hee hee. They're kind of silly, XD. Do you like me? Ooh. Yeah, girl, what the fuck? I hate that I wrote fanfic like this way back when. You did! I'll bet you did, Strata. You wrote like that. Wow, we're at question 41 now. Really hitting big numbers here. Tell me, dear test taker, how are you feeling right now about taking the quiz? This will affect your results. It's not bad. It's been decent. How do you snore? Based on this. I think this one. I sound like a honk shoe kind of guy. When in public reading smut, can you keep your face in can you keep your face impassive? If you don't read fanfic in public, this won't reflect your results. Yeah. Probably mostly for smut. Which fanfic site do you use to read on? It's not on the list, but it's most likely been some links that I found through fanfiction.net. What is your favorite animal? That feels like a broad list. I'm gonna say fox. Foxes are neat. It's not anything near the one I want to pick. I want to say jellyfish. Stoic Omega. Huh. Welcome. Good to see you, test taker. See, you've been assigned Stoic Omega. What does that mean for you? Stoic Omegas tend to suppress their feelings, preferring to pretend they don't need an alpha at all. However, you deep down still want someone to take your problems away from you. Anyways, maybe stop repressing your emotions and get there. You could excel in teaching jobs or jobs involving children. You're able to be firm with children, but also loose enough to have fun and relate with them. It would be uncomfortable at first, but with a good mentor, you'd ease right into it. As a Stoic Omega, you are most compatible with a dominant alpha, caring beta, protective beta, and an aggressive omega. Wow. Look at that, Strata. I took the test. Wow. Anyway, let's go over here now. Oh yeah, I went on to Potter quizzes because does it fit though? Is it the working with children part? Is it the repressing my feelings part? Is it the needing therapy part? I don't know. I don't know which part it would have been. Anyways, where is the sorting house? Oh, right. Which Harry Potter house are you? Apparently, this is supposed to be like the official like sorting quiz. I believe I actually signed up with an email at one point and I took it like as a kid. Not sure what it would really be now. But let's find out. Which one of these four choose one of the four classical elements. I swear I can read. Water, earth, fire. I guess earth? Oh, I've always liked that. Choose your favorite color out of the ones listed below. Where is... There's no purple. So I'm going to say red. Which fault do you notice in people that bothers you the most? Fallacy, cowardice, stupidity, laziness. I think stupidity is the thing that angers me the most. So I think when they're ignorant, okay, you can be ignorant. There's things that you don't have answers to. There's knowledge you're not aware of. But stupidity is not the same. And I think there's a fine difference. But I'm gonna say cowardice. Because I can be cowardice and I hate that about myself. If you looked into a mirror of Erased, is that what people say it? I forgot. What would you see? In a mansion with lots of expensive items, me surrounding by all of my family and friends. That shouldn't be right. Me in a quiet room with plenty of books, paper, and a laptop. Me an adventure around the world. I think it would be this one. I think it would be adventuring around. I love to travel. I haven't in some time, but man, do I love it. Choose the word that best describes you. Determined, courageous, hardworking, daring, creative, kind, ambitious, intelligent. I'm this, I think. I hope. What would be Your favorite class at Hogwarts? Herbology, other, Defense Against the Dark Arts, potions, history of magic. I want to say history because I love history, but I never had a self defense class in school, so we're going to go with that. Who is your favorite female character out of the names listed below? Luna. She was cool. She was cool. Actually, I don't remember you. You were cool. But Luna's the only one that I think where it's just like, obviously, she's quirky, she's odd, but the thing is, it comes from a genuine place of her just being odd. It's not like Pick Me where it's like, I'm not like other girls. No, Luna's not the fuck like that. And no, I didn't read the books. I'm going strictly off the movies. And I wouldn't be surprised if I was Hufflepuff too. But Cedric Diggory was a Hufflepuff, and look how he turned out. Dead. You would be most hurt if someone called you dull, mean, weak, dumb. This one I feel accurate. I know I'm not the strongest in the room. I try not to be mean, but dull. For some reason, dull. Again, I hate when I'm being dumb, but I know when I am sometimes. I know I can be weak. And I hate that too about myself. I don't think I'm generally a mean person, even if I am an asshole. So we'll say dull for now. It's something I've so rarely heard about myself. It'd probably sting the most if I did. Choose the career that you would most like to have. Police officer, professional athlete, politician, professor, author, action movie star, elementary school teacher. Probably the movie star, just because, I mean, this one just seems awesome. It sounds great. It sounds like a great way, hey, to just experience life. What would you want your wand core to be made from? Phoenix feather, unicorn tail hair, dragon heartstring. I like the phoenix. Phoenix is cool. I'd go with that. Maybe it counts as a phoenix down. Choose a movie genre to watch. Action, documentary, romantic comedy, crime. I think I'd actually pick romantic comedy because, I don't know, I like having something that I don't have to take seriously versus something I have to try and be invested in sometimes. Choose a magical creature. Hippogriff, phoenix, basilisk, niffler. I don't know what a niffler is. So, I think I'm still going to go with phoenix because that's just awesome. Who is your favorite male character out of the names listed below? Phileas, Neville, Cedric Diggory. Oh, come on. This just feels obvious. Like you're asking me to choose a Hufflepuff. I don't even remember who Flitwick is. I believe he's one of the teachers. If any Potter fans around, don't crucify me, please. Yeah, Draco's cool. He is. But he's not a Hufflepuff who nearly won the Triwizard Tournament cool. Which of these wizarding books would you most want to read? Compendium of Common Curses and Their Counteractions. The Dark Arts Outsmarted. Essential Defense Against the Dark Arts. Abracadabra and A to Z on Spooky Spells. Oh, this just sounds fun. Yes, I want to learn how to defend myself, but I think that spooky spells would be something that you could just, cast on people and just cause inconveniences. May your pillow always be warm, sir. I heard that, and I started a whole trend at work of my job for a previously short time. Actually, it went on for a couple months. Choose a Hogwarts professor to hang out with. Sprout, Flitwick. I was a teacher. Yeah. Snape, McGonagall. I would choose Sprout because I would enjoy herbology, I think. Who is your favorite member of the main trio? Ron. I think it was Ron. I mean, he was kind of the comedic relief a bit, but he also had some serious character. And, if you take Harry out of the equation, it's still a great movie with him and Hermione. I just, I can't identify as much with Hermione, if I'm being honest. Shocker. Choose a Hogwarts ghost to have a conversation with. The Grey Lady, the Bloody Baron, Nearly Headless Nick, the Fat Friar. I guess the Bloody Baron, because I just imagine he'd have some cool stories. What is your favorite animal out of these four? Eagle, otter, alligator, tiger. I think an otter. No. Alligator. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if they're like, I don't know which one of these specifically it was about. But the fact that like alligators and like crocodiles can grow to be so massive and so old, I think is honestly pretty astounding for the fact that they are just like fucking dinosaurs in modern day. Who is your favorite character from Game of Thrones? I don't know. I've never seen it. Which spell do you most want to cast? Lumos, Rapero, Guardian Leviosa, Aloha Mora. I actually don't remember what this one does. So I'm going to say Rapero because it seems like something where you could easily just fix minor inconveniences in your life. Choose your favorite old school WWE wrestler. I remember hearing about Triple H when I was a kid. So I guess him. I don't know. He seemed cool. Choose another wizarding book to read. Have yourself a Fiesta in a Bottle. Book of Potions. Aesthetic. Asiatic? I feel like I'm reading that very wrong. Advanced potion making? Yeah. I guess Fiesta in a Bottle? If you need to get into a locked door, how would you do it? Pick the lock. Then can find the key. Ram it down. But not to ask someone for help. I think I'd look for the key first. Who is your favorite Star Wars character? Ooh, amongst these guys. Where's Luke? I used to know a guy who could do a pretty good Chewbacca impression. Oh, Luke's right there. I can't read. Oh, God, I can't read. Oh, my God, I can't read. Oh, jeez. Which of these houses do you dislike the most? Probably Ravenclaw. Not because they're smart, but because... Anyways, Gryffindor. Wow. You would be sorted into Gryffindor, joining characters like Harry, Hermione, Granger, Ron Weasley, and more. Gryffindors are known to be brave, daring, adventurous, and loyal. I'm not gonna lie, I really thought it was gonna be Hufflepuff. It wasn't like I was hoping for it, but I really thought it was going to be. Okay. Next on our personality quizzing, maybe we'll come back to these ones at a later point afterwards. I don't know. We'll see how long we're using up for time. I was a huge fan of the Percy Jackson series growing up. I loved the lore. It really got me into Greek mythology. I loved learning more about it afterwards. Part of the reason I have such an affinity for history. So, yeah, let's just see what, Olympian cabin we get. I'm curious. Which game would you most enjoy playing? Minecraft, Civ, FIFA, Diablo. Played maybe one game over. Sea of Thieves, The Sims, Mario Party, Animal Crossing. I would say between these two, and I think I would rather play. I think I'd rather play Sea of Thieves just because I enjoy the chaos of the world from videos I've seen. Which of the following animals would you most want as a pet? Horse, deer, owl, peacock, dog, eagle, swan, wolf, cat. Well, there's Strash's answer. But I think an eagle would actually be really cool as a pet. You know, if you could, especially like if you're a half blood and you have control with it, that'd be fucking awesome. What's your favorite food? Cakes and pastries, seafood, roasted meats, salad, hamburgers. Probably the roasted meats. I'm gonna make a burger out of a lot of different kinds of meat. But you know what? I love seafood. All right. Which of the following TV shows do you like the most? Well, saw a little bit of it. I actually watched this show for a little while. I did. I do enjoy it. I just think it looks cool. It's a cool show. Never watched. Never watched. Only watched very little of. Watched very little. All right. I guess it's Forged in Fire. It feels like a weird choice amongst the options, but I didn't enjoy some of the options. Which superpower would you most want? I said before I like healing capabilities. Building water, super speed, that is cool. Emotional manipulation, that sounds kind of terrible. But I think I'll take good fortune. I think for the fact that, like, you know, when things are just constantly going well for you, you have to work pretty hard to screw it up. All right. How would you what natural scenery do you find most captivating? Hmm. Okay. I think I would just enjoy like gardens, but forest probably sounds better. Finding things both natural and, not as common maybe. What's your biggest fear? Ooh, that one probably. Choose a weapon. I'm gonna say spear. I think I think that's most what I would like. How do you spend your free time? Reading books, playing sports, enjoying music, partying, exploring nature, sleeping with family. I would say I spend a lot of my time with family. Yeah, I think that's what I'd offer the most. What's your favorite time of day? I already said dusk before, so I guess I'm gonna stick with that for now. Which quality do you value most in friends? Humor, appearance. I think in kind. Even though, like, let me rephrase that. I think I probably value humor more sometimes because it's not that I don't like kind people. It's that, like, I know when it comes to like my friends and I, like, we rag on each other. We we shit on each other. other when it comes to like humoring each other and whatnot. Like we rag on each other. What's your favorite school subject? Math, history, history. I'm just gonna say history or gym. I'm gonna say history because I'll work out outside of school, but I enjoy learning about history. What type of music do you prefer? Rock. Yeah, rock. What's your zodiac? I am a Capricorn. What career would you most like to have? Doctor, healer, athletic coach, army, navy, air force, teacher, counselor, architect, engineer, artist, performer, scientist, surfer, researcher, president, governor. I'd say probably something that worked with helping others, just for the sake of the fact that I've worked a lot like in the field of just trying to help others. So I think I'd go with that. Zeus? As a child of Zeus, you are a natural leader, possessing exceptional ambitions and a commanding presence. You're drawn to the power of storms and have an innate ability to inspire and guide others. Okay. I don't really believe that, but I also questionable at best. So next up, we have the BDSM test, and we're gonna keep this one in good old jolly old English. And all right, let's hope that there's nothing on screen that I'll have to worry about. I again took this test a long while back, years back, and I remember particularly that my friends and I, like as a group, were just kind of like taking it and sharing our answers amongst each other, like a bunch of like high school freshmen just discovering, which is like, oh my god, this is what I'm into? I guess so. And you know what? It is so dumb, but I know that like we all shared the things about this test that like we didn't need to. Uh Welcome to the BDSM test. We'll begin testing your kinkiness shortly. Would you like us to help you track your evolution over time with a free account? No. Also, if I didn't take it before, it wouldn't change anything now. We need to check you're not a robot. I, Pinky, promise I'm not a robot. Where is it? Just a moment. Do 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 I prefer a short and simple test with reasonable accuracy. I prefer a maximum accuracy from longer tests and more questions. Recommended if you're strongly into BDSM. Show all questions. Recommended if you're unsure. Skip all questions aimed at submissives, masochists, etc. Skip all questions aimed at dominant sadists, etc. Yes, this is my second time. I just don't remember the answers. Okay. Let's see. To what extent do you agree with each statement? Agree, disagree. I like to be dominated, especially in the bedroom. Yes. I like receiving pain during sex and seeing the results of its marks and bruises. Yes. I prefer making sexual decisions for my partner, as this gives me more control. Uh, yes. You guys are going to learn a lot about me. I didn't think this one through when I added it to my list. Um, I like forcing my partner into submission much more than them submitting spontaneously. I'm gonna disagree. Some I like to have sex with multiple people at the same time. We're just gonna leave that one right there. I enjoy it when people watch me being naked or having sex. Uh, Strasha, you're the affiliate here. Do you think this one's a little too much? Do you think this one needs to be cut? I'll wait for your opinion on this one because you'd skip this one. All right, well, we'll just finish this page and then I swear we'll be done. I enjoy it when people watch me being naked or having sex. Uh, maybe? I don't know. Haven't tried. I don't like making sexual decisions. I prefer my partner to make them for me. Little? Okay, we're done. We're done with that one. That's all we're answering for this one. Uh, I added that one originally because I thought, oh, that would be funny. It's just a bunch of like dumb sexual questions, and then I forgot. Just like, oh yeah, this is really kink measuring. Okay, so the next one that I have queued up here is your Pokemon type, as recent as 2020. So let's see, Pablo, start the quiz. That would be one you take while you have something on in the background and just tell us the answer. Okay. Maybe another time then when I actually have a screensaver or a be right back screen or something like that when I eventually have one. It's time for battle. How do you fight? Mind control them to give up or at least confuse them. Big ass shield and a hammer. Longbow sniper here. Usually I usually pepper spray them and run when I get into trouble. Is this just like answering as a person or like as a Pokemon? I'll throw fireballs, a grenade launcher, or use a fire thrower. Just say flamethrower. I'll seduce my enemies to kill themselves for me. Oh, or at least to make them lower their guard and stab them on the back. This is written oddly. Uh, Reach is important. Spear, Hilbert, maybe a horse, but I prefer lights or no armor. Magical crowd control. Stay way back from the front lines. A healing support from the back. I can tank if absolutely needed to. Reach is important. I like the spear. I'll stick with that. Favorite game type? The Sims. Poker. Anything that's non-linear. Please don't force me on a path. Guitar Hero. Chess. Anything that has to do with trying out clothes and hitting tin care kittens. Relaxing games with simple commands and beautiful soundtrack. Not that much into RPGs with a good storyline. Kingdom simulations. Tactical RPGs. Adventure platforms. First-person shooters. Never have I ever tequila shots. Tempting. Battle Royale. I think. Where is it? I think I can go with adventure platforms. It feels the most like nostalgic for me, and I feel like there's a lot of games that could still be adapted to that. What's your favorite music style? No. Uh. Mm-mm. Nope. Close. No. No. Enjoy. Closer. No. I actually do keep a classical station saved on my radio, just for the fact that like I watched Your Lie in April one year and I thought it was great. Okay. Alternative underground songs. Not a pun. The ground type. Anything upbeats that gets me going. Dubstep. Oldies. I think I'm gonna say alternative. I enjoy alternative greatly, and I think whenever I get on like a good playlist of like alt music on like my YouTube music, oh man, I'm in for a good vibe when I find that right set of songs playing. You're looking for a romantic partner. They gotta be rich, elegant, eccentric, someone that makes me happy and likes to go out with me. I'm gonna say that one right there because I think that's pretty, pretty. Amongst all of these, like that's one of the more important things for me. I think. What's your biggest flaw? I can do anything. Too naive and gullible. Sometimes I can't focus on anything. Bitch, please. Um, maybe that. That's a pretty common one. I also do this. I do this a lot. I can be loud. I can be too loud sometimes. Sometimes I talk too damn much. I am sensitive sometimes. Too sensitive. So act. Yeah. Future or tomorrow. I'm stubborn. That one's very true. But we're gonna go with the same that we've chosen for other tests right now. What makes you angry? Injustice. Crime. People think too high of themselves and make others feel inferior. That's so far. That's so far. See that a lot today. And I hate it. Oh, God, my neck. I want ready to go out and they cancel the plans. Pressure me to do something I don't master yet. Disregard towards others' feelings. That's a big one. That's a big one still. Crying for attention. Also, hate that. Hate that. But those people tend to be also following in this category. I don't. Not right. Nothing wrong with saying I lost. Hate this one. Again, I feel it falls under my first answer. I don't typically get angry. But when I do, it's for reasons like that. You're hungry. Time to eat. What sounds the most delicious to me after this? Soup. Nice too. Sweets. Meal feast. Pasta. Spicy wings. Burgers. Sweet potato. Grilled chicken. Pizza. Meat. Leftovers from yesterday. I'll eat whatever I have at the moment. Something light, easy to eat while I watch my shows. Roasted duck with lime, grilled salmon, balanced meal, grains, salad, meats, fruits, tofu, avocado salad, and veggie smoothie. Gross. Ew. It's what I got available. You have been summoned for a group project. What do you do? What needs to be done, I guess? So the other side, smile. and put my ideas into their minds and make them do what I say? Probably not. I'll speak whatever is needed. I'll make the presentation. I can do anything, and I'll be the best on the team. Close to my answer. I'll show up at the last minute. I'd rather do as much as I can by myself, so at least some part of the project would be of quality. Yep, I remember doing that. I was also the person who ended up not following through on very much. So, you hit a miss. You have a heavy heart and mind burdened by problems.
Where do you go? What do you do?
To my home, to my bed, sleep it off. Go straight to the problem. Go out to drink and smoke and wait till to blow over away from me. Talk to an expert. Talk to my friends, family. I run from the problems. I'm faster than them. Fast as fuck, boy. Gather your team, command them into action. To the gym. Workout will clear my head. Used to be a much bigger option for me. Watch some stand-up comedy or have a laugh. I feel like this probably would be the most, the best part for me, getting past something. Watch something silly, put on something funny, enjoy company with people that you like. What's your biggest fear? Where's loneliness again? There it is. There's our answer. There's our answer for like the fourth time in a row. If you were an animal, you would be... What? Oh, that's not even trying to consider an answer. Serpent, venomous one, clearly. Cute puppy or kitten, cat, night vision. Be a robot, android. A lion, a dolphin, gorilla, an ant, a beautiful and delicate swan. Only normal animals? Screw that. I'll be a fire-breathing chicken, a bunny, cute and fast, huge bird like an eagle. Be an elephant, elf or sprite of the woods. What is? Pick a fucking animal. I don't want to pick any of these ones, but goddamn. Ugh. Oh, a cat, like the most successful predators on Earth. If you could have one superpower, it would be mind reading. If time. Wait a minute. See and talk to the dead. That'd be pretty... You could solve a lot, but no one would really believe you because no one else could do it. Plus, people would probably want you dead pretty fast. Emotional control, mental control, avatar style, tempting, vulnerability, immortality. I'd rather be Batman. Magnetic control, super. Magneto is actually pretty fucking powerful. If you consider the fact of how much metal is used up on the whole fucking planet. He's great. And he's a Holocaust survivor. Laser heat vision, flying, invisibility, death touch. Transform into animals. That'd be tempting, but I don't really know what I would use it for the most part. Magical healing. Turn water into wine. Oh, that's not a superpower you can just claim to have. That's like the only one you can claim. Yeah, let's do mimic, absorb others' powers. Tempting, but let's do magical healing. Bug type? Huh. Thought it would have been a grass type, a bug type. Interesting. Teamwork makes the dream work. You know that alone we're limited, but with a group of well-coordinated friends, there's nothing we can't do. You're friendly and really appreciate company, but not necessarily parties. You prefer to keep it mellow. You're adaptable and hardworking, but shy away from leadership when it's possible, preferring to support others, which, in your eyes, makes it better to everyone. You get lonely easily and can be a victim of toxic relationships. What the fuck was that at the end? Everything was just so cool about like oh yeah, like you're a supporter, you're there for people, and you are better off when you're in a group or when you can be supported as well. And then you have there's toxic people in your life that you're subject to or victim of. Like damn. But no, I do like bug types. I always thought that either bug type or not bug type. I thought ghosts or grass types were always my favorite. I always loved picking the grass starters. Okay. There concludes our Pokemon test. Next is D&D. We're going to find out what kind of class I am. And this answer will probably shed more on my beliefs for the Pokemon answer. This one is by GameplayCandles.com. So let's go. If someone handed you a Rubik's Cube, I don't feel like this is spelled correctly. Rubik? Like BIK? I feel like I'm not. Who's writing these? Yeah, there. It's Rubik's Cube. Yeah, I knew it was right. This is just spelled wrong. Okay, anyways. If someone handed you a Rubik's Cube, how would you solve it? I wouldn't. This would probably be the closest I would get to solving it. Fancy spelling. You mean just spelling wrong? That's like when they spell color differently over in England versus America. You're at the gym, and you're getting tired of the grind. What do? Remember, everyone is watching you. Pray for strength. Reposition your grip for optimal mechanical advantage. Dig deep and unlock your inner beast mode. Probably just try to readjust. Try to get more comfortable with it so I could do it right. You're in a traffic jam due to an accident ahead, and you're already running late. What do? Park on the side of the highway, not a problem. Motorbike. Get out of your car and push the broken car down out of the way so traffic can keep moving. Pray for patience and turn on your favorite audiobook. Why the hell would I get out of the car for something that I know someone else is already working to fix with something that I can't help with? Ah, damn it, wait. I accidentally hit down. You forgot to buy your mom a birthday gift, and tomorrow is her birthday party. What do? Problem, pet stores nearby? No. Everyone's tiny origami? No, they don't. Presents, gift, that's what it's called, presents. Not that much of a present. Put your faith in a higher power like your other siblings. They always have you covered. No. I don't like any of these answers. But if I needed to, I'm sure my siblings would be willing to, let me tag on with their gift and, either me pay them back or try to find some way to cover them next time or something. You are volunteering for your community this week. Which would you rather do? Plant trees at the local park, help build tiny homes for families in need, join the local volunteer fire brigade, pass out blankets and food to those in the local shelter. I don't know. I'd honestly probably working at the park. You work with the least amount of people this way, I think. The fire brigade, you don't have to risk anything. Why is that? I mean, I wouldn't have to risk anything if I didn't choose them. A small stray dog follows you home. What do? Oh my god, what was that? That was almost words. Attempt to communicate with the dog to find its owner. Adopt the dog and build a doghouse for your new best bud. Adopt the dog and train it to become your loyal companion. Start a neighborhood campaign to find the dog's owner. Probably just, I wouldn't be great at training, but it'd be one of my only options if I had the time. So, probably that. Our free sample pack of our candles? No. There we go. Cleric? It was supposed to be druid. You're a cleric. Clerics are intermediaries between the mortal world and the distant planes of the gods. As varied as the gods they serve, clerics strive to embody the handiwork of their duties. No ordinary priest, a cleric is imbued with divine magic. Well, I do like a healing class. Really? Right for me? I don't really see it. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I really see it. Strachan, you have to explain that one to me later. We have our next test, and this was one that I was running out of ideas for, honestly, and I just kind of figured, you know what? It'll be silly. Let's see what this one's gonna be. And we have a Team Edward versus Jacob quiz here, everybody. If you could be a vampire or a werewolf, which would you choose? Vamp for life. Always was. Was never really a question. Choose your favorite Twilight character. Emmett, Alice, Rosalie, Jasper. I kind of came to like Jasper later. Seth, Sam, Leah, Paul. I'm going to say actually Emmett, because Emmett was probably one of the most chill dudes in not just like the series, but like even in the books. He was just kind of like a wise ass. He wasn't someone who was like, all disappointed about his living situation, or lack of living for that matter. And I just thought he was just like, oh yeah, he's all right. He's cool. He's cool. And I am getting a something here. What is this? What is this right now? Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna come back to that. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna say Emmett. Emmett was a chill dude. This is gonna be Team Jacob. Or not Jacob. This is gonna be Team Edward all the way. I can feel it already. Do you think Bella made the right choice by being with Edward? Not really. If I'm being perfectly honest, like I don't like Bella. I like both of these characters arguably more than Bella. If I'm being honest, between watching the movies and reading the books, she's honestly one of the least likable characters for me. Hell, Rosalie was a bitch, but she still had like a great motivation to why she was the way she was, especially towards Bella. I'm all right. Honestly, could have just lived a normal life still and just had major depressive disorder throughout her life without Jacob being, or God, I keep confusing, Edward being in it. If you can make either Alice, Leah, Edward, or Jacob love you, who would you choose? Alice. It's not a question. Moving on. Do you think Edward is manipulative? No. God, no. If anything, I would say Bella was, because she was the one who was basically threatening her own life just for the sake of seeing him. And yes, you could argue all you want. It's just like, that was love. It was true love. She loved him. It's just like, okay, love doesn't always stop people from unaliving themselves. But God will make you want to. And finally, who is your crush from Twilight? Alice. Team Edward! What a coinky dink! Who would have ever guessed this? Who would have ever thought this? Goodness. Okay. Moving on. The next one is going to be our element for Avatar The Last Airbender. Username? What the fuck? Why is... Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I can't explain why I just nearly freaked out by what I thought was being autofilled. Okay. Anyways. Who is your favorite avatar? Aang, Ruko, Korra, Kyoshi, Aang. Yes. It's dinner time. Pick your ideal meal. A spicy dish, a hearty banquet, a seafood feast. Hell yeah. Pick an animal to be your companion. Polar bear dog, badger mole, dragon. Dragon. Duh. Strasha, when I was first typing my name into the top there, it originally started to have like some of like my payment like options for some reason, like as if I was checking out for something and it was going to tell me like, hey, you can enter your information automatically rather than do it manually. So yeah, I thought that originally was showing up on stream, but thankfully it wasn't. Otherwise you would have seen it. So that's why I panicked so quickly. Also, let me ever so slightly down. Okay. To win a fight, what approach do you take? Evade, defend, and neutralize. Stand your ground, block attacks, use all your strength. Heavy offense, keep moving, and dodge while attacking. Counter strike instead of initiate, then use your force against them. Most likely this, because I don't know how to fight well. How do you process your emotions? I think I do calmly. I think I handle, like, if something gets to me or if something's bothering me, I'm typically pretty calm, I think, about handling it. I believe. Oh, that was it? Pablo, you're an airbender. Light as a breeze, you embody the essence of an airbender. Curiosity and open-mindedness fuel your flexible nature. You think I'm flexible? That's forgiving. Like ever-shifting winds. In airbending, you exude boundless creativity, adaptability, and limitless dreams. Wow. I doubt it, but boy do I appreciate it. Okay. I had some queued up from like mental health here that I was thinking about going over. But then I was sent to which Yaoi Manuel character are you? Toxic Edition. Which of these are you? Extrovert, ambivert, introvert. I don't even know what this one is. Strasha, if you're watching right now, please enlighten me. What the fuck is an ambivert? I'll just Google it now. What's an ambivert? Blends traits with... It's dumb. Just pick one. Do you have a good relationship with your parents or who raised you? Yes, I can't criticize them for much and they've done the best that they could. Yeah, I would say that. Don't ask me what I can and can't guess. This is about me, not about what I know. If you take interest in someone, what do you do? Approach them immediately because why not? approach them eventually, but strategically because I'm not desperate. No. I'll let them approach. I typically could tell, like, just thinking about, like, history of it, I think it would be this one. I believe that. You're going out for dinner. What do you wear? Black turtleneck? No. Hoodie and jeans? A faded plain shirt with trouser jeans. I just want to look presentable. Yeah. Yeah. Something plain, but still, nice. Where do you think your self-esteem levels currently are? I don't know. I think it's low, typically. It's just a guess. Which is your biggest flaw? Commitment issues, anger issues, indulging in things that I know aren't good for me. I can be manipulative. Just standing up for myself as much as I should. Getting too hyper fixated on things. Attitude problem. This feels closer. Which Yaoi Manhwa character are you? Pick 4 of your most characterizing traits. I don't know why I read the top part thinking like that was the question. My brain kind of... Anyways. Characterizing traits. Wear my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, don't hide it very well. Emotionally distant. Friendly. Easygoing. Not always. Popular. No. Cocky. No, not really. Sociable. I can be. Logical. Reserved. Materialistic. Funny. Anger issues. I think I'm reserved until you get to know me well, as you all have been learning more about me tonight. I don't think I normally do things illogically. Like, there is some sense to my logic, but that doesn't make it smart. Next. If someone does you really wrong and violates you, how do you react? Anger? Not confront the issue. Just get over it. Silent treatment. Start planning my revenge. Confront the issue head on and be mature about it. Converse about what has happened, how you feel. Yeah, this sounds the closest. What is your zodiac sign? Capricorn. What kind of music do you like listening to? But I'll say alternative, like alt. What is your favorite hobby, not Herbie, to indulge in? Watching my favorite TV shows, or scrolling online, music. Damn. No games. Yeah, probably gonna be singing because, like... No, it's not. We're just gonna say this. I'm gonna say movies. I watch way more movies than I do sing. In a relationship, how do you act towards your partner? Openly affectionate. Yeah. Would you say you have a large friendship group? Not anymore. What type of person are you on a night out? A friend who doesn't like drinking, who will probably find somewhere making moves on someone, a sensible friend that can handle their drink, a friend who doesn't drink, the aggressive drunk, the drunk friend who needs looking after. I would say I'm typically pretty sensible. Yes, I like to joke and have fun. You guys have heard it before, but I think I'm actually like pretty good, and I try to make sure that I'm not someone who goes, completely over themselves. How attractive would you say you are? Average. I would say I'm a little above average, if that. And, well, If you remember seeing me, there you go. But otherwise, average, I would say. Would you say you had a tough upbringing, dark past? I don't think I don't think I show that I'm traumatized. And there's been no. I was fortunate. I grew up fortunate, and I'm a lot more stable than I think a lot of people could say they are. So I think I had it pretty good. What kind of person are you attracted to? Calm. Just care if you're attractive. I don't really have a type, as long as you're a good person and we have things in common. Vulnerable spirits. Masculine dominating personalities. I'm going to say this one. You're going out for dinner in the evening. Where do you have in mind? A moderate eatery? Better than fast food, not too fancy, expensive high-end restaurant, fast food chain. I would prefer the moderate. You know, you get what you're paying for, and you get a little bit more something than you would just, at most something maybe more specialized. Moral dilemma: you're financially down and out. You need to get your friends. You need to get your hands dirty, or do things you usually wouldn't to get by. What do you do? I like to think that I would typically just keep straight about it. I would like to hope that I do. I mean, I haven't I've been very fortunate for much of my life, and I try to be aware of that. So I think I need to accept that, maybe I don't fully know what I would do if I was much worse off. You're planning a day trip. Where do you go? Theme park, art museum, shopping, bar for drinks, sports game, karaoke club. Ooh, karaoke sounds fun, but I don't have any friends that I could do it with at all. Bars are fun if you're just looking to drink, really. Shopping, always a good day out. But theme park, oh, that's a good time. That sounds like a great time. Which Yaoi Venmo character are you? I am BJ Alex. You have the biggest inner child energy, and I love that about you. You probably spend all of your time watching your favorite shows, standing your favorite artists, and spending all your money on new merch. Well, can't say that last one. Maybe to a worryingly obsessive extent. Oop. You have a shining energy that you shouldn't let anyone take from you. Sometimes realize though, not everyone is how they originally seem. Idolizing people isn't good, and it's bad for your own self-esteem. Know your worth, stand your ground. People will respect you a lot more and maybe realize you're not someone they should have taken advantage of. A classic, you say, Straccia. I wouldn't know. This is still very new to me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. What is this? Are you a Yuki or a Simi? Am I reading those names correctly? Because I don't feel like I am. But let's find out. Would you say you're confident? Depends. Really depends. What gender are you? Male. Do you do it more for love, physical pleasure, or mental pleasure? I prefer it out of love. Are you innocent, and are you a virgin? No. What do you think you are? I have. Oh. Was it? That's what this test is? Oh. You could have just asked me. We didn't need a whole test for this. We didn't need that. You guys know. You guys know. You've heard me. You've heard what I talk like. You've heard how I sound. We know this. Why am I taking a test about it? Favorite color. Reads your mind and pulls out your favorite person / character and uses them as a shield. Not gonna hurt me now, are you? I don't know. Earth tones. Like that. Sticky. I forget which one this is. This is bottom, isn't it? I feel like this is bottom right here. Rock bottom. Oh, it's a switch? Oh, alright. Well, makes sense to me. But I think that will do it for our... Yeah, I think that'll be it for the personality questions for tonight. One more. Oh, there was one more, wasn't there? Alright, give me a second. Where's my mouse? There we go. Alright. This will be the last one. Then I'll call it on that for tonight. Let me close Discord here because I need to drop that. Okay. You're hanging out with your friends. What are you doing? Oh yeah, this is which Alien Stage character are you? Oh, sweet, Alien Stage. I was actually really enjoying some of the music from that recently. Okay. Hang out. What are you doing? Joining the company. Make sure everyone's included. More focused on the movie / food. Dog. Competitive Mario Kart. Gossiping with them. I like gossiping. I like to talk to my friends about just work. Just how we're all doing. Pick a bird. Raven. What do you fear the most? There's a reason this question and answer have been on every goddamn test I've taken. And it's because it's true. Pick an outdoor activity. Reading the grass. Bird watching. People watching. Looking for a cool stick. Picking flowers. Looking for bugs. Probably bugs. I'll enjoy that one a bit more. What are you like in an argument? I don't mean to, but I may end up hurting feelings. Stick to my view, but try to let things blow over. Despite being angry, try to change their opinion. Keep it cool, but I won't forget about it for months. Agree to disagree. Yeah. I don't have to hold on to it past a certain point. But it's just something I don't forget. Pirates of the Caribbean. Ooh, this is a tough one. Pirates. Horror, Deadpool, Perfect Blue. This is a classic, like, animated Alice in Wonderland. I think I could go for that. Slightly more than Pirates. Just a little bit. It appeals to my inner child. What do you look for in a friend? Being considerate, being open-minded, authenticity, honesty, trustworthy, affection. Considerate. Be you. Just be you. I prefer that more. Pick a band / art. Vocaloid. Who's your twice? Charlie XCX. Somber. Greenwise. Poppy. Mitski. Green Day. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Green Day. Alright. You're traveling to a different country. What are you doing to prepare? Language. Looking at places. Sightsee. Probably closer to that. Double mutual chicken nuggets. Kind of gift shops. I am prepared. Yeah, places to see. I think that's something I would probably look into more. Pick an art form. was. I guess I'd pick writing. I used to love writing a lot more. And it used to be a very big part of my life, but it is something that I really wished I had continued for a very long time. What's your biggest pet peeve? Talking here, movies, borrowing, leaving. Not that one. Over apologizing, waking up early. Yeah. When you have the door closed and someone left it open, I hate like when you try to shut the door and it doesn't fully close. Gets to me. Pick a Sanrio character. I don't know these characters. The piggy. What's your worst trait? Cowardly, pessimistic, cowardly. I think that's probably, if I was to be any of those, I'd hate that one the most. Artwork. I like the classical stuff. But I know my answer. I don't know what about the artwork was, but I like how it felt. What's your dream job? One where I spend time with those I care about, one where I can help others, one where I get to do what I want, even if it's impractical. Yeah, probably do what I want. As long as I get to decide how it's done. Pick a video game. Stardew, Cold, Pokemon, Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, Sims, Overwatch, Silent Hill, Legend of Zelda, Creepman. I think it'd actually be Overwatch 2. Out of anything on that list, it's probably the one I played the most. What's your workspace bag look like? I thought it had a cute aesthetic before. But yeah, it's kind of cluttered. It's definitely never been the neatest. But some of it is definitely kind of random. Pick a genre. I actually really enjoy. There are some series for like mystery movies where it's just like, oh, like is it Death on the Nile, Phantom of Venice, or Murder on the Orient Express, Clue, movies like that. I absolutely love like the mystery whodunit kind of movies. I actually think they're really fun, and there's a lot of replay value in getting to watch them, seeing the things that you kind of get alluded to later on, but looking for it when you're watching it again. What is your biggest regret? Wish I were honest. Wish I weren't ignorant. Wish I didn't hold myself back. Wish I had forgiven, apologized sooner. Wish I had let myself be happier. So much. What is this quiz? What is this quiz? What is this? Pick an area of study. I kind of wish I could study history more and again. At least to the extent that I did for like school. Do you like being alone? I don't mind it, but I prefer to be around friends. Just a preference. Location. Ooh. Ooh. Some of these are tough picks. This one smells nice to me. Imagining it now. It might be a strong smell or a stale one, but I would enjoy that smell. These are the times I miss. What's your love language? I think it's let's say quality time. I think it's this one. Pick a set of nails. These ones. Choose a part of the body. I don't know why these all seem like very odd answers to me for some reason. Like, just all of them are completely separated from one another, or they're just like disjointed for some reason. I don't know. Let's say soul. Pick a fanfic trope. Oh god, not this one again. Fluff, major character death, mutual pining, slow burn, required love, miscommunication. Let's say major character death. When someone dies, it's still a good story. Ivan. Oh man, I got Ivan. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, he was a pretty cool character, and he made us care for him really fast, but Ivan? I'm just surprised is all, really. Huh. Okay. Alright. He gave his life for Till. Yes, he did. He did do that. Alright. You know what? I think it's time that I want to switch things up for tonight. And it's not going to be hopping off just yet. But I'm going to stop the stream real quick. Hook up my... You know what? I could do it all while still staying on stream. Okay, give me just a minute. I'm going to set up my PlayStation, and I'd like to get a little bit of some Apex games in, because I've been really getting back into it, and I'm really enjoying the game again. I'm very low leveled right now, but you know what? I have gotten a couple wins, so maybe we'll get one tonight. We'll see. Here we go. I'm going to mute myself just for setting this up real quick.